Well, the nightcaps of the Bomgaars Invitational featured the Bishop Heelan Crusaders battling a team from the Cornhusker State. The Lincoln Pius Thunderbolts and the second-ranked Heelan, they were battling for supremacy on the court. Heelan girls held a 17-point lead at the break, but things would heat up late in this one. Thunderbolts worked the ball around. They eventually get it over to Ava Frederick. She gets it and lets it fly from three for Pius. That closes the gap. A very fast answer from Heelan. Trishelle Miller gets the ball up to Melina Snoozy. Snoozy lays it in for the deuce. Pius, they're not done pouring it in from deep. It's a nice little dish over to Kendall Himes, and Himes lets the top of the key shot go. And that's good from long range. Again, Pius and Hymus, they get another triple. This one's going to be from the corner. And despite holding a 17-point lead at half, this thing would be a one-point game late. But some clutch free throws from Melina Snoozy as well as Ella Otten would seal the deal. Bishop Heelan moves to 6-0 with a 51-49 win. Pius and Heelan also doing battle in boys hoops tonight as well. This one, the final matchup of the Bomgaars Invitational. Thunderbolts, they're working hard on offense. They slow it down, and it's going to end with a Sawyer Sand triple right there. Now, Pius, they proved they can do some work down low off the glass here. The shot's going to be missed. Then Henry Majuras cleans up the glass. It's a nice little putback layup to fall. And here comes Heelan after a rocky start. They would get things moving in the right direction. Abe Scott, he's going to drive baseline, then eventually free himself up for the nice lay-in. And then it's going to be a nice backdoor cut here from Jesse Moss. That allows him to get a reverse layup right there to go through the net. This one also goes down to the wire. Heelan wins it 60-57. Two very talented teams duking it out of the Tyson. Earlier, it's a battle between East and Waukee Northwest. Jack Ritchie's going to spot up and shoot a triple and cash a triple for East. Now the Wolves of Waukee, they strike back. Isaiah Oliver, he's going to drive and rise. He's going to get the layup to go. And while you're at it, go to the free throw line, serve, because that's an and one. Northwest, they're looking to work in transition now. A nice pinpoint pass leads to a beauty of an alley-oop, capped off by Owen Johnston right there. East, their defense gets to work. They get a steal. They're trying to claw their way back in. The first shot on this break is no good. Swatted away, but that, no problem for Chris Loggins. He's right there. He gets the putback. The Wolves do win this one, 66-35. The next game on the hardwood at the Tyson was a battle between state borders, Dakota Valley and Kemper Catholic squaring off. Kemper comes down on fire early in this one. A big bucket here from Dylan Schoen. A nice little lay-in. DV, they come back with a nice answer of their own. Tatum Sorensen, he dishes to a cut, and Caden Painter, who finishes in the paint for 2 points right there. The Panthers, they're going to finish or go back to the inside here. It's going to be a little catch and shoot fade away from Sorensen. That is going to eat into the lead once again for Dakota Valley. Sorensen not done getting big buckets in this one later in the first year. He's working off ball, and he'll take and make the catch and shoot three. That makes the score a little bit closer, but in the end, it's Carroll Kemper Catholic with a 78-66 win.